की हर अर्जी में।
लोन चाहिए और इंतजार।
बापू बहुत हुआ इंतजार, अब तोड़नी पड़ेगी दीवार। आगे चटपट, पीछे टक टक।
बाबू टूटती नहीं, ये कैसी दीवार है?
दीवार नहीं, चमत्कार है। इसे चाहिए उधार।
बाबू
Ambuja cement, विराट compressive strength.
We tested the effects of river water on plastic. 24 hours later, no effect. 24 days later, no effect. 24 years later, no effect. Plastic isn't leaving our rivers unless we take it out ourselves. Ambuja and ACC joined hands to create a revolutionary bubble barrier technology that will remove 2,400 tons of plastic from Agra's Mantola Canal. Because yesterday's story doesn't have to be today's. Change the story.
की हर अर्जी में
लोन चाहिए और इंतजार। बापू
बहुत हुआ इंतजार, अब तोड़नी पड़ेगी दीवार। आगे चटपट, पीछे टक टक।
बाबू टूटती नहीं, ये कैसी दीवार है?
दीवार नहीं, चमत्कार है। इसे चाहिए उधार है।
बाबू
Ambuja Cement. Virat Compressive Strength.
We tested the effects of river water on plastic. "24 hours later, no effect. 24 days later, no effect. 24 years later, no effect. Plastic isn't leaving our rivers unless we take it out ourselves. Ambuja and ACC joined hands to create a revolutionary bubble barrier technology that will remove 2,400 tons of plastic from Agra's Mantola Canal. Because yesterday's story doesn't have to be today's. Change the story.
जब रास्ता मंजिल अपनी है तो
मौजों की खुद गर्जी में, इस मिट्टी की हर मर्जी में है इंतहा बस इश्क की, इस धरती की हर अर्जी में।
लोन चाहिए और इंतजार। बापू
बहुत हुआ इंतजार, अब तोड़नी पड़ेगी दीवार। आगे चटपट, पीछे टक टक।
बाबू टूटती नहीं, ये कैसी दीवार है?
दीवार नहीं, चमत्कार है, इसे चाहिए उधार।
बाबू
Ambuja Cement, Virat Compressive Strength.
We tested the effects of river water on plastic. 24 hours later, no effect. 24 days later, no effect. 24 years later, no effect. Plastic isn't leaving our rivers unless we take it out ourselves. Ambuja and ACC joined hands to create a revolutionary bubble barrier technology that will remove 2,400 tons of plastic from Agra's Mantola Canal. Because yesterday's story doesn't have to be today's. Change the story.
I am Rajiv Gandhi, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of Ambuja Cements Limited. I am pleased to welcome you all to this 39th Annual General Meeting of the members of the company, held through video conferencing, other audio-visual means, in compliance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India. In compliance with the MCA General Circulars and SEBI Circular, the notice of the AGM along with the audited financial statements for the financial year ended 31st December 2021, together with the boards and auditors' reports, have been sent through electronic mode to all the members whose email addresses are registered with the company, the registrar and transfer agent, and depositories. The condensed version of the annual report has been sent through physical mode to all the shareholders who have not registered their email ID. Before we commence, I would like to give you an overview of the process to participate at this meeting through video conferencing. The shareholders have been provided with the facility to join the meeting through video conferencing, other audiovisual means on a first come, first serve basis. All the members joining this meeting are by default placed on mute mode to avoid any background noise disturbance and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. Once the question answer session starts, the chairman will announce the name of the registered speaker shareholders one by one. Speaker shareholders will thereafter be unmuted by the host of the AGM and will be allowed to express their views, ask questions. Each speaker will be given a maximum of 3 minutes, and I request each speaker to adhere to this limit. Before speaking, the shareholder is requested to click the audio video button, and if the shareholders are unable to join through video mode due to any reason, the shareholders are advised to switch off the camera, video, and speak through audio mode. Speaker shareholders are advised to use earphones so that they are clearly audible and to minimize any background noises to avoid any disturbance. Ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other devices. No other background applications are running and proper light is available to have good video experience. In the event of a connectivity problem at the speaker shareholders end, we will ask the next speaker to join the meeting. Once connectivity improves, the previous speaker shareholder will be called back to speak. During the meeting, if members face any technical issue, he or she may call the helpline number of CDSL as mentioned in the notice of the AGM. I would like to inform you that the board chairman, Mr. Narottam Seksaria, is unable to chair this AGM. Mr. Yan Yanis, vice chairman, is also unable to attend. Hence, he has requested the directors present to elect amongst themselves the chairperson for this meeting. Thank you very much. You cannot hear. Why we cannot hear?
Rajan, you're on mute.
Hello. Thank you, Rajiv. Sorry for this. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rajendra Chitle, an independent director of the company and a chairman of the Audit Committee and the Risk Management Committee, and a member of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee and CSR Committee. I am participating at this 39th AGM of the company from Mumbai. I would like to propose the name of Mr. Martin Kregner to chair this annual general meeting. Further, I propose the name of Mr. Shailesh Haribhakti, Director, to be the Vice Chairman of the meeting and to conduct the meeting in case for any reason the connection of the Chairman of this meeting is lost in the meeting. If agreed, I request the directors present to second the name of Mr. Kregner as the Chairman and Mr. Shailesh Haribhakti as the Vice Chairman of this meeting.
I second.
I now call upon the board members. Okay. Mr. Shailesh Haribhakti, please.
Yeah, I agree to the proposals that Rajendra Chitle has made. Thank you.
Mr. Nasir Manji, please.
I agree to the proposal by Rajendra Chitle.
Mr. Christoph.
I agree also to the proposal made by Rajendra.
Ms. Carrington, please.
Agree to the proposal made.
Mr. Ranjit Sani, please.
I agree to the proposals made by Mr. Rajendra Chitle.
Mr. M.K. Sharma, please.
I agree to the proposal made by Mr. Rajendra Chitle.
Mr. Neeraj Akhoury, please.
I agree to the proposals made by Mr. Chitle.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you, member directors, for choosing me as the chairperson for today's meeting. Good afternoon, and a warm welcome to all shareholders and directors to this 39th annual general meeting being conducted through video conferencing mode without the physical presence of the members at the common venue. The meeting is being live streamed through webcast. I thank all of you for participating in today's meeting and sincerely wish that all of you and your family members are safe and healthy. As the requisite quorum is present, I call the meeting to order. Firstly, I would like to thank the founder of Ambuja and our chairman, Mr. Narottam Seksaria, for his leadership and continuous support to Ambuja. His guidance and foresight have always strongly determined the positive evolution of Ambuja. I am privileged to chair the company's 39th AGM on his behalf. I have with me in the room Mr. Neeraj Akhoury, our Managing Director and CEO, Ms. Rajani Kesari, our CFO, and Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, our Company Secretary. During the current year, and post the release of the AGM notice and the annual report, Mr. P.K. Molri, non-executive, non-independent director and LIC nominee, resigned from the board pursuant to the withdrawal of his nomination by LIC. Similarly, Mr. M.K. Sharma, non-executive, non-independent director and Holcim nominee, will step down from the board from the close of the business hours of today, as he will be attaining the age of 75 years on 4th of May 2022. The Board of Directors places on record its appreciation for the services and guidance rendered by them during their tenure. Mr. A.K. Anand, LIC nominee, and Mr. Mario Gross, representative of Holcim Group, have joined the board as the non-executive directors in place of Mr. P.K. Molri and Mr. M.K. Sharma, respectively. And we will soon approach the shareholders for their approval for the appointment of these new directors. I now call upon all the directors who are on video conference to introduce themselves and confirm their participation in this meeting. I call now out the names of the directors. First, Mr. Nasser Manji, please.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Nasser Manji. I'm an independent director and chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee, as also the Compliance Committee, and a member of the Audit Committee, the Risk Management Committee, the CSR Committee, and Sustainability Committee. I'm joining this meeting from my office in Bombay.
Thank you, Nasser. Next, Mr. Shailesh Haripakti, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Shailesh Haripakti. I'm independent director of Ambuja Cements Limited, and I serve on the Compliance Committee as well as the Nomination and Remuneration Committee of the company. Thank you.
Thank you, Shailesh. Next, I call out Mr. Christoph Hessig, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Christoph Hassig, and I'm serving as a member of the board as a representative of Holcim Group.
Thank you, Christoph. Next is Karen Tanwei Tan.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Danwei Tan, a non-executive and non-independent director and a member of the Compliance Committee. I'm joining this meeting from Singapore.
Thank you, Karen. Next, I would request Mr. Ranjit Shahani, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Ranjit Shahani, non-executive, non-independent director and chairman of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee, joining this meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Ranjit. And then Mr. M.K. Sharma, please.
Good afternoon. This is M.K. Sharma, a non-executive, non-independent director and a nominee of Holcim on the board of Ambuja. I'm a member of the Audit Committee, CSR Committee, and Sustainability Committee. I'm joining this meeting from my office in Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to express my gratitude to the Board of Directors of Ambuja Cement and for their leadership, strategic guidance, and valuable contribution that shaped a remarkable performance during the year 2021. In spite of all the challenges that arose due to the COVID situation, I would like to put on record and thank each member of the board for their support and participation during this period. Representatives of statutory auditors, MS Deloitte Haskins and Sells, and the secretarial auditors, MS Ratti and Associates, are also present at this meeting. We also have the executive committee of the company and senior executives of the company present in the meeting. The company has received 4 letters from corporate shareholders appointing authorized representatives under Section 113 of the Companies Act 2013 in respect of 126,34,59,779 equity shares, representing 63.62% of the paid-up equity share capital of the company. Since there's no physical attendance of members, the requirement of appointment a proxy is not applicable. The register of directors and KMP and their shareholding, the register of contracts or arrangements in which a director is interested, are available electronically for inspection by the members during the continuance of the meeting on the Investor tab of the company's website. Members who did not vote earlier through remote e-voting may vote electronically during the course of this meeting. As the notice of the AGM is already circulated to all the members, with your permission, I take the notice of the meeting as read. Further, as the report of the statutory auditors and the secretarial auditors were unqualified and without any adverse observation or comments in their respective reports, with your permission, I take the auditor's report and the report of the secretarial auditors as read. I'm now coming to the speech of the chairman. Dear shareholders, the year 2021 will be remembered by all of us as a year in which we delivered an impressive all-round performance, despite many challenges posed by COVID. I'm very proud of and thankful to our frontline workers whose tireless efforts ensured safety and well-being of not only our employees, but also of our customers and the communities in which we operate. On behalf of all directors of the board, I would like to thank them for their resilience and commitment, which helped our company deliver such an outstanding performance. We remain very confident about the future of the Indian industry. With GDP growth rate for fiscal 2022-2023 expected to be around 7%, our country is on a rapid growth path. This growth will be driven by a combination of government and private spending. The Union Budget 2022 proposed several measures which will provide a strong stimulus to the country's economic growth, which has been demonstrated by higher allocation of infrastructure spends for highways, multimodal logistics centers, cargo terminals, and the newly determined infra status for data centers and energy storage systems. The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which aims to build 8 million houses by 2023, is also a strong government initiative on affordable housing. Such increased government spending on infrastructure and affordable housing, coupled with lower per capita consumptions, lower interest rates, and recovery of the real estate sector, augurs extremely well for our cement industry and our cement business. Your board believes that these factors will very positively impact cement demand in 2022 and many years beyond. Despite numerous challenges, 2021 was a very successful year in Ambuja's history. Net sales increased by 23% year on year to reach an all-time high of 13,794 crore rupees, while operating earning before interest and tax increased by 25% year on year to 2,656 crore rupees. The year's performance was highest ever in many areas, including sales volume, EBITDA, EBIT, and PAT. Credit rating agency CRISIL has affirmed the company's sound financial management and ability to service financial obligations on time, with long-term instruments rated as AAA, AAA, stable, and short-term instruments rated at A1+. We are pleased to report that our main subsidiary, ACC Limited, one of India's leading cement manufacturers, also delivered a strong performance in 2021. ACC's EBIT increased by 40% to 2,397 crore rupees. The board is pleased to recommend a final dividend of 630 rupees per share for the year ended December 31st, 2021. It's a total payout ratio of 60%, which is subject to shareholders' approval at this annual general meeting. Ambuja is well poised to become the most innovative, sustainable, and competitive building solutions company in India. Your company's strategic priorities are structured under 4 pillars, and I mention now these 4 pillars: accelerating growth, expanding solutions and products, leading in innovation and sustainability, and deliver superior performance. During 2021, we further accelerated our growth journey. Our plans are fully on track to deliver 50 million tons per annum capacity, which we have set as our near-term target. This has been clearly demonstrated through successful commissioning of our new major cement plant at Mahwah in Rajasthan. This project has enhanced Ambuja's clinker capacity by 3 million tons per annum and cement sales potential by around 5 million tons per annum. The plant was commissioned during the COVID time on 30th September 2021 and is already operating at its peak capacity. We have also announced expansions of our grinding unit at Ropa in Punjab by 1.5 million ton per year. We are in an advanced stage of obtaining the required regulatory clearances to initiate the project. During the last quarter, we have further announced a massive expansion of 7 million tons per annum cement grinding capacity and 3.2 million tons per annum of clinker capacity in the eastern region of India. The expansion is a combination of brownfield and greenfield projects. We are in the advanced stage of obtaining the required regulatory clearances to initiate this project, this major project. With all these projects moving in execution mode, we are well on our way to achieve our ambition of 50 million ton per annum capacity in the near future. This was the first part on growth. I'm now coming to the next part. Ambuja remains committed to developing innovative products with superior performance. Ambuja Kavach, our sustainable water-repellent cement, launched in 2020, has emerged as a preferred premium product with an over 300% increase in volume year on year. Currently, 12 plants across the country supply Ambuja Kavach to 17 states and union territories. It gives us great pleasure to inform you that Ambuja Kavach is the first cement brand in India to be recognized by the Global Solar Impulse Foundation as a green building solution. Ambuja Cool Walls, our green solution for walls that helps keep homes cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter, is now manufactured in 18 plants across India with a 25% year-on-year volume growth. Aligned to Holcim's net zero ambitions, sustainability is at the core of our business strategy. Your company has developed 2030 carbon emission reduction targets that have been validated by the Science Based Targets initiative, following a globally accepted science-based approach. We have a decarbonization roadmap in place to achieve these targets. Our sustainability plans for 2030 focuses on 4 pillars, 4 elements: climate and energy, circular economy, environment and people, and community. Let me walk you through our performance on each of these levers. Our climate and energy lever, we continue to accelerate growth of green solutions and products, such as earlier mentioned, Ambuja Kavach. Ambuja has reduced its carbon emission during 2021 significantly, supported by advanced manufacturing practices, which led to improved efficiencies. Ambuja is ranked 5th globally in sustainability indices under the construction materials category by the international renowned Dow Jones Sustainability Index for the 2nd year in a row, the only Indian company to be among the 5 in the sector. Furthermore, the company has been recognized for its leadership in corporate sustainability by the global environmental agency called CDP and has secured a place on its prestigious A list for tackling water security. Ambuja is the first and only cement company in the world to have accomplished this feat, demonstrating our focus on corporate sustainability. On clean energy, 87 megawatt of waste heat recovery systems will be operational by 2023. Our board of directors has approved waste heat recovery systems in Ambuja, Naga, and Maratha, with which all our plants will have a waste heat recovery system in place by 2023. Together with this, we are implementing other renewable energy projects, and we remain on track to fulfill more than 1/3 of our energy needs through clean and green sources by 2025. At Ambuja, we truly believe in and promote a circular economy. GeoCycle, our in-house waste management arm, offers safe waste management solutions for use of industrial, biomass, and municipal wastes in our cement kilns. In 2021, we have handled close to 3 lakh tons of waste to generate alternative fuels. We have prioritized management of single-use plastic through co-processing, which helps to keep them out of landfills and rivers. GeoCycle is also working with municipalities to help remediate legacy dumps by safely co-processing their segregated combustible fractions in kilns at Ambuja Cement. We have been driving increased use of waste-derived resources such as fly ash and slag in the manufacturing of cement. Your company consumed 8.8 million ton waste-derived resources only in 21. Our environment stewardship efforts focus on resource and water conservation. Our relentless efforts towards water conservation have been lauded globally this year. As I mentioned earlier, Ambuja is the only cement company to be recognized by CDP for tackling water security. Ambuja, hence, is 8 times water positive and 3.5 times plastic negative through co-processing of plastics waste in our kilns, as explained by me. The Ambuja Cement Foundation, our corporate social responsibility arm, carried out several interventions to address the COVID second wave's impact on communities. Ambuja Foundation made a significant contribution by holding vaccination camps for employees and their families, as well as our stakeholders such as truckers and third-party employees. During 2021, Ambuja Cement Foundation focused on key intervention areas such as water resource management, agro-based livelihood, skill-based livelihood, health and sanitation, women empowerment, and education. We have spent 64.41 crore rupees on our CSR efforts and reached 2.8 million people in almost 3,500 villages in 50 districts across 11 Indian states in the year of 2021. I'm extremely proud to announce that the Ambuja Cement Foundation was recognized as a great place to work in the non-profit and charity organization category and has received the 3rd ICC Social Impact Award 2021 for women empowerment and healthcare. Delivering superior performance is an everyday mantra at Ambuja. Our employees, embodied by the I Can spirit, are constantly working on ideas to deliver better performance each and every day. A key lever for superior performance is our digital transformation journey in manufacturing, logistics, sourcing, and customer engagement. To increase the efficiency of our cement plant, we focused on the digitalization through our Plants of Tomorrow initiative. This Plant of Tomorrow program is derived from Holcim Group knowledge, under which we are implementing automation technologies, robotics, artificial intelligence, and predictive maintenance throughout the entire manufacturing process. To improve product quality, plant efficiency, and safety, we implemented predictive tools. The technical information system called TIS helps us in recording minute-by-minute performance data of our key assets, while the performance and collaboration tool called PACT analyzes this data and provides reports to manage day-to-day operational efficiency. In addition, we launched a digital AI program which uses drones to inspect confined spaces. Our Mines of Tomorrow initiative has been introduced to improve the efficiency of mining operations and support sustainable mining practices. To optimize our logistics for road safety, enhanced efficiency, and sustainability, we have developed an industry-leading transport analytics center called TEC. TEC is a digital platform that enables us to optimize the network by providing real-time information across the value chain. It also improves the safety of our drivers and tracks our trucks to help reduce CO2 emissions. Your company continues to focus on enhancing the interaction experience of its customers and influencers through various platforms and applications, such as Ambuja Dealer Connect for our dealers, Ambuja Darpan, and Ambuja Abhiman for our contractors. Our dealer app provides a one-stop shop for all dealer interactions, right from order booking, tracking, invoicing, loyalty payments, and so on. Abhiman is an excellent platform for contractors to manage their loyalty programs with us. We have also enabled the digital-first concept apps such as One Channel and My World for our teams in the field. Our company is setting new benchmarks across all operational parameters to deliver superior performance. Our performance during the year was marked by strong growth in cement sales volumes to achieve its best ever volume in 2021. Company cement volumes increased by 17% over 2020 to 26.5 million tons. We also achieved our best ever clinker and cement production. Freight and forwarding cost optimization was driven through reduction of lead distance and improvement of direct dispatch, despite steep increase in diesel prices. Under our flagship ICANN program, we have driven efficiencies across the organization, enabling strong cost reductions. Various projects were undertaken across the plants to bring in efficiencies in our manufacturing process. Clinker factor, thermal energy, and thermal substitution rate improved over 2020. Under the master supply agreement, the company has fully leveraged synergies between Holcim, India's two operating companies, Ambuja and ACC, to drive scale and performance. During the last 2 years, volume under the master supply agreement have been significantly accelerated. MSA has facilitated the companies to achieve network optimization and cater to additional markets. The benefits of MSA are clearly visible in the evolution of logistics cost of both companies, which have trended lower despite increase of diesel prices. Ambuja launched a number of innovative initiatives to educate the general public about sustainability. Holcim India and its two operating companies, Ambuja and ACC, have launched their first joint integrated sustainability campaign, Change the Story, to highlight India's plastic removal efforts. It focuses on cleaning the Yamuna River using Geocycle's non-invasive bubble barrier technology to remove plastic waste in Agra. Ambuja also launched Leave Behind No Waste campaign, focused on cleaning all single-use plastic generated in cricket stadiums to make sports more environmentally friendly. Ambuja has been ranked as India's most trusted brand by TRA Research Brand Trust Report 2022. The company is the only cement firm to figure in the top 5 under the manufacturing category of the rankings. As a responsible cement brand that cares for people and the planet, this is surely a moment of great pride for us. Ambuja's integrated annual report for 2020 was recognized by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for excellence in financial reporting. We continue to have a very sharp focus on health and safety. Our Boots on the Ground initiative is an integral part of the health and safety governance and assurance system. Boots on the Ground focuses on visible leadership of our teams on the ground to enhance safety culture and discipline. At Ambuja, we are deeply conscious of the value of a diverse workforce. We are committed to providing equal opportunities and creating an inclusive work culture for all our employees. Our senior leadership has launched a program, ORCHA, to support, nurture, and grow our female colleagues. I'm very pleased to share that Business Today ranked the company #1 in the construction and infrastructure sector in its 2022 Best Companies to Work For survey. On behalf of Ambuja, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all our stakeholders, board members, employees, customers, vendors, shareholders, who have believed in us and supported us to deliver such a superior performance and shareholder value. I now request Rajiv to carry out the remaining part of the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I'll now go to the voting instructions. In compliance with the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations read with MCA and SEBI circulars, since the AGM is held through video conferencing other audio-visual means, the members were provided with the facility to cast their vote electronically through the remote e-voting on the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this AGM, which has been facilitated and the service administered by CDSL. The members who have not casted their vote on the resolutions as mentioned in the AGM notice by remote e-voting prior to the AGM may cast their votes through e-voting system available on the voting page of CDSL and SDL during the AGM simultaneously while watching the proceedings of this meeting. The board has appointed Mr. Surendra Kastia, practicing company secretary, to act as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the remote e-voting and the vote cast at the meeting and provide a consolidated result. Since the AGM is held through video conferencing and other audio-visual means, and as the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this AGM have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, and the first facility of voting is also available at the AGM, there will be no proposing or seconding of the resolutions. I would now request the chairman, sir.
Thank you, Rajiv. Now I shall invite the shareholders who have registered themselves as speakers to express their views, ask questions, and give their suggestions. I just would like to remind before we start that each shareholder speaker is kindly requested to limit his statement to maximum 3 minutes. We have 10 shareholders registered for this interaction, and I would like to call out the first speaker shareholder, Mr. Raj Gandhi. He's a representative from SBI Mutual Fund. Mr. Gandhi, please.
Hi, Raj Gandhi here, representing SBI Mutual Fund. Thanks a lot for the opportunity. You've announced the roadmap, and 250 million ton, and also given that announced a 7 million ton expansion in East. So any further timelines on that 7 million ton and any further details on how you bridge the gap to 50 million ton? So that was one. And second question is, Holcim has increasingly focused on non-cement businesses, solutions, and building solutions and a lot of other building products. So along with Ambuja pool walls that you're doing, if you could highlight how you are leveraging the Holcim's global experience to develop and grow such business. Thanks.
Thank you for this question. We will ask all speaker shareholders to make their statements, and then we will, at the end, answer all the questions. So the next speaker shareholder I would like to call out is Mr. Rishikesh Bhagat from Kotak Mutual Fund. Please go ahead. We cannot hear you. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Apologies.
Yeah, now it works.
Thanks. Sorry. So, congratulations on the great performance in CY21. Now, my question is, firstly, if I look at the Holcim global strategy of accelerating green growth, and clearly the earlier participant also highlighted the focus on building material solution. So against that backdrop, as an Indian shareholders, do we have to worry about the growth plans for the Indian entity? That's my number one question. The second question is on the MSSID, although you did touch during the presentation, but just wanted to understand how much further can, as a group, we can squeeze out the benefit from here on also. Thank you.
Thank you for this very relevant question. I would like now to call up the next shareholder, Mr. Madhav Madhav from Fidelity Funds. Please, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Madhav, representing Fidelity. I had just one question. That was, Ambuja has done a commendable job on improving its cost structure in the last 2 or 3 years. If you could just help us understand how much cost savings have we achieved via the MSA program and other internal initiatives, and how much more potential is there to improve our cost structure in the next 2 years from here? Thank you.
Thank you for this question. I call out the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf, please. Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
We can hear you, sir.
You are listening? My voice is coming?
Yeah, you're audible.
Hello? Audible. Respected Chairman and Board Member and my fellow shareholder, my name is Santosh Kumar. I am from Kolkata. Today I is attending the meeting from the Bangalore. I am very old shareholder from the 1986 since IPO and holding more than 6,000 shares at present. Hope our director, K manager person, and all those are attending the today meeting are safe and good health with family. Sir, I thanks to management and K manager staff for a very good dividend in the spite of COVID pandemic situation. It is very tough to declare a dividend of 6.3. I thanks for this. Again, sir, I thanks to our board and game manager person for receiving award and recognition for good work. And this is hard work, so we should say. So my question to you, what is the capacity of our rain water harvesting and solar energy, sir? Sir, next, sir, you added last year 300 employees, sir. But percentage of women is very low. Only 3% out of 5,000, 137 at present. And you are planning to increase by 20 to 25 to 10%, sir. I hope 10% is a very less, sir. You can be increased more and more. Sir, my question to you, you tell the Ambuja cover cement brand is increasing by 300% on yearly basis. So my question to you is, what are the factors driving this sale, sir? Hey, please clarify. What are the factors driving this sale? And sir, my one question to Mr. MD Neeraj, sir. There is rumor in the market, sir, that Mr. Neeraj, sir, is leaving Ambuja Group and joining some other group, sir. If yes, what is the reason? And please clarify on this, sir. Board and management to vaccinate our people with booster dose, sir. Please clarify. And last, that I think video conference very good. I see that some of data attending from outside of the India. It is only possible due to sir video conference. So hope in the future you will be continuous with video conference, sir. Sir, next, sir. Sir, you
So you are not audible.
told me
So we cannot hear you now.
Can you put your video?
We could
Okay,
not
okay,
hear
okay.
your last statement, sir. Can you repeat, please?
Now it's coming, sir.
It's coming.
Okay, sir. Sir, my last question to Mr. Neeraj, sir, we are in the rumor in the market that Mr. Neeraj sir is leaving our Ambuja group and joining some other group, sir. So what, so will you clarify on this? If yes, what are the reason for this? And sir, what is the reason that our cover cement sale is increasing by 300%? What are the
This we have-
factors behind this, sir? And last, sir,
Yeah.
I hope the video conference meeting is very good, because I listened from you that so many directors is attending the meeting from the outside India. It is only possible to video conference. Otherwise, it's not possible, sir. So I hope you will be recommended to government to continue video conference, because it is the less expenses, less risky, and very suitable, sir. Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your loyalty as a long-time shareholder and for your very constructive inputs. Thanks a lot. Always a pleasure to interact with you. Next, I'm calling out Mr. Aspi Besania. Aspi Besania, please.
Chairman, sir, can you see me and hear me?
Yes, very well.
Sir, I'm Aspi from Bombay. So congrats on excellent results. When the economy is growing by 7 or 8% and our company is growing by 25%, why is your promoter wanting to sell off? I'd asked the same question in ACC, but I couldn't wait for the answers. But today I'll be waiting for the answer. So please give a detailed answer. I'd expected this answer in the chairman's speech. However, you're absolutely silent. So when is the Bhattapara expansion likely to be over? And how much capex will be incurred? And when do you expect full capacity utilization? And after Bhattapara, what? Where is the expansion going to be? The fuel prices have been going up. What are plans to mitigate the effects? Fuel prices are not likely to reduce since central government does not want to reduce its share of taxes, but wants only states to reduce their taxes. So I would like to know from you on this point also. So next year, please continue with the online AGM. And sir, what are you doing about the heat in the country? Do you have any proposal to increase the groundwater level? Because the groundwater level has been reducing from year to year. And probably that's one of the reasons why the heat is increasing in India. So what are plans to increase the groundwater level around our plants? Because if you increase the groundwater level around our Gujarat plant, Ambuja plant, then at least even the animals will feel the relief who are next to our plant. So thank you very much and all the best for the future.
Thanks a lot, sirs. Very appreciated. I call out the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Dinesh Kotecha, please. Dinesh Kotecha.
Good afternoon to all of you. I am Dinesh Kotecha from Bombay. My folio number is 120-189-00007-564. So first of all, seeing the results of 2021, I think there is every reason to be euphoric because the growth has accelerated, the performance is superior, and there is a sustained trust for the above two. But seeing the first quarter results, I think there is more reason to be cautious and watchful. Because as given in your page 27 of the presentation, all parameters are down. Net sales is down compared to last quarter of the last year, first quarter of the last year. EBITDA is down, percentage is down, EBIT is down, percentage EBIT is down, PBT is down, tax is down, PAT is down, EPS is down in the first quarter. So there is every reason to be cautious and watchful. I know, the fuel and the cost, power cost has gone up tremendously in the first quarter, which we are feeling the heat of it in the results. Sir, I would like to know, are we going to increase the price in the selling price per bag, and how much is envisaged and when in the current year or in this particular quarter? Sir, my specific questions to the balance sheet now. First of all, I appreciate the integrated annual report because integrated annual reports are nowadays to be given by large companies, and you have started that trend from 2021 because the reporting is over and above the requirements of the Companies Act, and I appreciate that transparency and that disclosure. So second question, and please continue with it. Second question is, there is a merger awaited with ACC, much like HDFC and HDFC Bank. I mean, when are we going to do that now? Because this is a demand which is being raised in both the companies year after year for the last several years, and the management is not giving us any specific answer. I think the benefits will be more to the company, because the related party transaction disclosures can be better, more transparent. Geographical locations of both the factories can come under one roof. Better tax planning and GST planning can be done. There can be cost and manpower rationalization also if you do the merger. So my third question is now, so please give a specific answer about the merger. Third question is the brownfield grinding plant in Punjab Rupar is to the extent of 1.5 million tons per annum. I would like to know the capex. I would like to know the payback period, and in which quarter of which year are we going to start it. Second is the Sankrail and the Farakka Bihar expansion of cement grinding plant, 7 million tons. The same question, what is the capex, what is the payback periods, and the quarter and the year in which we are going to start that. There's a brownfield clinker expansion of 3.2 million tons per annum at Bhattapura, Chhattisgarh. Again, the same question, what is the capex, what is the payback period and start of the quarter and the year. Sir, I would like to know what is the planning of the requirements of the limestone reserves now undertaken, because all these expansions will require huge limestone to be required by the company. So what is the planning is in process for the limestone reserves? Sir, my next question is the pool walls. How is the plans for the next 3 years being scaled up from the present? And how do you find the response from the market? So lastly, I find that some news were there in the newspaper a week ago or 3-4 days ago that Adani Group is trying to take over the controlling interest in both ACC and Ambuja from Holcim. What is the latest updates on it from you or from the parent company Holcim? I mean, these are some of the questions, but again, I appreciate the balance sheet, integrated balance sheet very much. And my sincere thanks to the chairman of the audit committee, Mr. Hari Bhakti, Mr. Chitre, and all the entire team of your company secretarial team. And I would like to even thank one Mr. Rajiv Gaur for helping me out with the annual report. He personally called me and he has sent me the annual report, which is fantastic, full of knowledge for the cement industry. Thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thanks also a lot for your praises for the integrated annual report, which we will surely continue and even try to further improve. Thanks a lot. I call out the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Baracha. Baracha, please.
हेलो सर, आवाज आ रही है ना मेरी?
Yes, yes.
हेलो.
Yes, Mr. Baracha, please go ahead. हाँ आ रही है, please go ahead.
माननीय चेयरमैन श्री, एमडी श्री और अन्य माननीय डायरेक्टर, सर मेरा नाम भरत शाह. सर मेरी कोई क्वेरी नहीं है, मैं बरसों से आपका शेयर होल्डर रहा हूँ सर. सर आप बहुत व्यवस्थित कंपनी को चला रहे हो, बहुत व्यवस्थित आगे बढ़ाई है सर, सब बातों में व्यवस्थित बढ़ोती है सर, तो मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर. और सर डिविडेंड भी अच्छा है आपका और सब व्यवस्थित है सब, तो मैं बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर आपको. और ऐसे ही कंपनी बहुत आगे बढ़े, भगवान ईश्वर को मेरी हृदयपूर्वक प्रार्थना है सर. सर और दूसरा कहने का आपका सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का काम एकदम व्यवस्थित बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा इन्वेस्टर सर्विस सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट राजीव गांधी कंपनी सेक्रेटरी और उनके असिस्टेंट गौर और उनकी पूरी टीम को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर. और सर बहुत अच्छा इन्वेस्टर सर्विस दे रहे हैं. शेयर की कोई क्वेरी है तो हमेशा वो सॉल्व करते हैं, तो मैं पूरी सेक्रेटरी टीम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर. और सर हो सके तो आगे फ्यूचर में विजिट एक बार कराना जरूर, फैक्ट्री विजिट अगर आगे हो सके तो, परिस्थिति कंट्रोल में आने के बाद तो अपना कामकाज कैसा चलता है वो देखने को मिलेगा. बाकी सब आने वाले सभी त्योहारों की मैं शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और मेरा सब रिजोल्यूशन में सर पूरा सपोर्ट है. और सर नेक्स्ट ईयर पॉसिबल है तो एजीएम अपन फेस टू फेस फिजिकल जरूर करना सर. बाकी सब रिजोल्यूशन में मेरा पूरा सपोर्ट है सर. थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच. जय श्री कृष्ण सर. थैंक यू, थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. I am calling out the next speaker shareholder, Ms. Elizabeth Mascarenes. Madam, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Sir?
madam. Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Respected chairman of today's meeting, other members of the board in the virtual, my fellow shareholders, I am speaking from Mumbai. I am Mrs. C.E. Mascarenes. First of all, I thank the company secretary and his team for sending me an e-annual report and also registering me as speaker at my request, and also giving me this beautiful platform where I can speak also and I can see you all and you can see me. Thank you so much. Now coming to the working is definitely good. There's no any second thought on it. Sales have gone up, profits up, dividend of 6.50 per share is very good. Also, we have a very good CRISIL rating. Keep it up. I congratulate here for all the awards and accolades, and also I appreciate very much the CSR work done to the society. Now, also I would like to know, we have ESG rating. If so, what is our rating? And if not, when we are going to go for it? And I would like one full chapter next year or year after on ESG. So now my queries. First query is, what is our market share and which state our market share is the highest? My second question is, what is the capex for the next 3 years and the funding for the organic growth or any acquisitions for the inorganic growth? There are many cement plants like Andhra Cements, etc., which have gone or which are going to the IBC. So what about acquiring them and rewarding the shareholders there? Third question is the effect of the Ukraine-Russia war. How much we have an effect on that? And if so, please throw light. Fourth, any supply chain bottlenecks and what is the position as of now? My fifth question is effect of crude oil rise. How much our margins are affected? Do we get the availability of the coal? So please throw some light. My most important last one is, which is very important, Holcim is holding 63% of the capital. And I would like to know why such a good company that Holcim wants to exit? So if you all could just, board of directors are there, throw some light, why is it? And India is a very good growth story. I know the person who would come is equally very good, and he will really reward the shareholders, and market capitalization may go much, much more than what is today. But here my request is also our subsidiary, that is ACC, we are shareholders there. There also we should be rewarded, especially the small tiny shareholders should get a reward. This is my request. With this, I support all the resolutions, and I have one request. I have still, Ambuja is a great company, and ACC, my shares are still in physical. I'm getting hell of a problem in getting it dematted. Various types, give cancel check, give this, give that. Please, you industry heads, at least support the old shareholders who are 70 plus, and we can't even go with blood pressures. Please, you give us some support, at least getting our shares dematted. And we first, all this was not there. We could go to my broker. Okay, 10% discount, he would give me whenever I need money. Now it is not the question. You must be in demat. So please, I need the secretarial help, your help, and whoever, that at least making our life easy, especially the senior citizen. With this, I support all the resolutions. I wish my company all the best. I wish whichever promoters will come further, they will reward all of us, and we will be #1 cement company, not only of India, but of the world. With this, thank you very much, and wish you all the best. Namaskar.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. So on this issue of demat shares, we look into it and try what we can do. I call out the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Saket Kapoor. Saket Kapoor, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
Sir, I won't be repetitive with the questions with the earlier speakers I've already mentioned, but going about the numbers which we have seen for the first quarter, it is evident that inflation has dented the margins for all cement companies. And so what is the line of action to maintain or even improve our margins going forward? And what kind of resistance do cement companies are currently facing for increase in cement prices, as the government have earlier also shown their displeasure with the with high cost of construction, especially steel and cement. So how are we prepared with inflationary trends on one side and with resistance to increase the prices going forward? Sir, on the point of Holcim exiting the cement business, lot of talk has been there, and I know you people have your own limitations, but definitely for investors like us, it's a point of concern just to understand what's the thought process behind it, and what's the way forward. How are the plans which we have been chalked out by the current management will stay in the same, will be treading the same track even with the new buyers, if that happens. And sir, if you could give us some more color on what is our trade and non-trade mix out of the total sales. And so we did found it in the press release that we are eyeing for 100 million ton capacity. So if you could give a timeline by when that is achievable. And also, sir, the request for investor regular holding of investor con calls, sir. I think, sir, it derives some merit, and it must be looked into what are the merits of holding investor calls on a regular basis and not as an annual event only. And these are my few suggestions, and I hope that if they deserve any merit, they will be looked into. Kindly look into this con call part in particular, because of the growing interest of investors in the cement space. That's all from my side, and I wish all the best to the team going ahead. Thank you and namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you. We will take your suggestions and consider them. Very good. Thank you. Always very constructive. I call out now the last speaker shareholder, Mr. Yusuf Rangwala, please. Mr. Yusuf Rangwala.
Can you hear my sir? Respected chairman and my fellow shareholder. I am speaking from Mumbai. My name is Mr. Ifrangwala. Sir, first I will thank dynamic secretary Mr. Rajesh Gaur, who is a very hardworking and very down to earth sir. He is phoned me and also whether you are joining and उन्होंने मुझे लिंक भेजा सर उनके लिए सर मैं बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ और सर आपने डिवीजन जो दिया दिसंबर में that is a very excellent. I am very happy. So this is of the share Ambuja Cement who cares for the shareholders. As I mentioned, we will as a SEC and Ambuja are the joint partner. I would like to know that these two companies, how many people are working at present, sir, in these two companies, sir, and what are the total number of staff? And sir, point number one, sir, when was the last bonus, sir? This is a 59 years. This is 39 annual meetings. Sorry, sir, I am sorry. This is 39. So next will be 48. Whether we can accept the bonus from your side. So many years have passed. I think around 8 years back declare 2-1 bonus, sir. Many years have passed, sir. When and sir, actually in COVID-19, as you mentioned, our all the staff and the people have taken the vaccine. This is how we are caring for your staff, sir. And sir, number two, sir, having a many factories all over world. Sir, I would like to know, sir, sir, if possible, July or August, can you arrange a factory in Gujarat, sir? And sir, page and around 200 email. I received a email copy. Sir, my humble request, can you send me a physical copy, sir? If you can send me a physical copy, sir. And sir, as I am seeing on having a page of award, all excellent awards, sir, winning, sir. I'm very happy to see, sir. Can you see my photo, sir? I'm very happy to see, sir. One more thing, sir. इतना अच्छा अवार्ड आप विन किया है, सर. नो, ये दिखाता है कि अंबुजा सीमेंट, सर, एक आपका पहले एडवर्टाइज आता है. Stop the advertising in TV, sir. So my humble request, if you our brand is a Tiger Shroff, who is one of the leader at present, sir, and a young dynamic film actor. If you appoint Tiger Shroff, our brand ambassador, this will have our company in the process, sir. And sir, we had a word there in there, sir. I would like to know Ultra Cement and C3 and how Ultra Cement and JK Cement. And there are many others for the same business. I would like to know who are main competition in this business, sir. I would like to know, sir. And nothing more to add, sir. Next year, if the physical meeting is in Ahmedabad, so I would like to attend the meeting, sir. You please, if next year 48th annual meeting will be a physical, sir. July, this applies, sir. After the July, you can keep the physical meeting. No, as I came to know, sir. Nothing more to add. I God for your good health and my all the staff and all the people. May God assure all the company staff and the people, and may come next year. We will meet face to face, sir. एक बार शेयर पेश करना चाहता हूँ आपको मिलने के लिए, सर. एक साल होगा, सर. नेक्स्ट ईयर 2023 आएगा, तब हम फेस टू फेस मिले. और हो सके तो सर अब आप हमें बॉम्बे से अहमदाबाद का आने का आप हमें बुलाइए. इस बहाने आपसे सर आपसे मुलाकात हो सकती है, सर. Thank you very much. May God bless. And one more thing, one more time, I will thank Mr. Rajesh Gaur for giving me a link and also joining me, sir. मैं आपको नमस्ते करना चाह रहा हूँ. नमस्ते, सर. नमस्ते. वंदे मातरम. भारत माता की जय. जय हिंद.
Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Thank you. Thank you for your constructive suggestions. With this, we have received all the comments and suggestions and questions from all the registered speakers. So we will now take these questions and answer them. There was a question around the health and the safety in the COVID situation for our employees especially, and also our position on the booster vaccination. I would suggest that our MD and CEO Neeraj Chakuri is taking these questions.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for participating today in Ambuja's annual general meeting. Last 2 years has been a difficult year for the entire world, for our country, and also for our company. But very happy to say that in these times, as management and as employees and as family of Ambuja, we have taken all possible efforts, all possible steps to make sure that our employees, their families, the contract workmen, our dealers, our suppliers, our communities, we are able to reach to all of them. All our employees now are vaccinated. Our employee families are vaccinated. We have taken all steps to make sure that even in 2022, when COVID is coming down, still we are maintaining all precautions to make sure that we keep our people safe. So please rest assured, everyone, that Ambuja and our group company ACC, we will do everything possible to make sure that our people are safe and they are healthy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. No, this is our utmost priority, to keep our stakeholders healthy and safe. There was a question also, several questions around organic capacity expansion and the 50 million target of cement capacity expansion. I would ask Neeraj to answer these kind of questions.
Thank you, Martin. No, I'm so delighted to see our shareholders are looking at our growth plan so closely. We have released what we call our strategy 2025, in which Ambuja we have a strategy to reach up to 50 million tons of capacity. In September 2021, we have already commissioned our Marwar plant, which enhances our clinker capacity by 3 million tons and our cement capacity by about 5 million tons. Post Marwar, our brownfield capacity expansion announced in the northern region in Ropar, by which we'll go up by about 1.5 million tons. We are already progressing on that. In addition, very happy to inform that the board, as you are all aware, has approved an expansion of 7 million tons of new capacity in our East India, in our Bhatapara plant, but also brownfield expansion, some of our grinding units, and a greenfield in Bihar. As we progress and as we keep our studies on, we will continue to go back to the board with fresh plans for expansion. And like to assure all of you that our plan to reach 50 million tons is on track. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you. Then there was a question, it was mentioned that there was significant progress was made in 2021 also regarding improving the cost structure. And there was a question on how we can further improve the cost. And I would ask probably Neeraj also to answer this question and how we can further improve the competitiveness.
Yes, thank you again. I'm happy that our shareholders are recognizing the efforts that we have taken towards improving our cost structure in the past couple of years. As you are aware, we had initiated a plan called ICANN 700 with the intent to improve our efficiencies, but also to bring in new technology, new ways by which the cost structure can be improved. Going forward, we have few more initiatives that we are rolling out. I'll divide that into 3 or 4 parts. First is the focus on green energy. So Ambuja is continuously increasing its share of power through green energy sources. As you may have seen even yesterday, I'm thankful to the board, which has approved the last leg for Ambuja's waste heat recovery system. 2 more WHRS systems have been approved. With all these projects, Ambuja will have about 87 megawatts of WHRS commissioned by next year. And along with this, we are also working on other renewable energy projects and remains on track, which will meet more than 1/3 of our total energy requirement. In addition, Ambuja is leading, and Ambuja with our other company ACC, we are leading on the use of alternate fuels. This is some area on which we have already reached about 10%. We want to reach 15% in the short term, and then we also are working to reach further to about 30%. Now, alternate fuel will make our reliance on fossil fuels less, but also will add to our cost competitiveness. In addition, we are, as always, we are focusing to enhance the usage of raw material. We are already leaders in terms of blended cement in the country. We are using fly ash as well as slag now to make 3 types of different cement. In addition, now we are working on a new product, a very exciting product called calcined clay cement. This is yet to be ratified by the government of India, but once it is, Ambuja will work on introducing calcined clay cement to the market. Or we're also, as you all have seen, we are leading on innovation. There's a full R&D function which is working on innovation. Ambuja Kavach, which has grown by several percentages in the last quarter, is one example, and we would continue to bring in advanced products like Ambuja Kavach in the market. In addition, various logistics cost optimization projects are being implemented. We have already seen that for several quarters, our logistics cost is coming down. We are now working on further enhancing our efficiencies, reducing our lead distance, looking at more direct dispatches and other actions to make sure that our logistics cost continues to go down. Master supply agreement with ACC approved by the shareholders has been one of the major topics on which we are working. Ambuja is now also making strong efforts on digitalization to control cost and to improve operational efficiency in operations. Rest assured to all my shareholders that these various initiatives will help Ambuja to continue its cost efficiencies journey. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. There was one question, Neeraj, you also probably could take, which was on the potential of growing the non-cement business in the market, please.
So, as you all are aware, our parent group, Holcim, is already working a lot globally on solutions and product. In India also, we believe there is a good potential to grow our business beyond cement. Ambuja has been steadily growing our share in the solutions business. Ambuja Cool Walls, which comes with a heat barrier technology, very, very relevant for India, is one of the innovative products under this category. Is now an Ambuja Cool Walls. Now we are manufacturing in about 18 locations across India, with about a 25% year-on-year growth. So this is doing very strongly, working very strongly in the market. In addition, we have Pura Sand, another product on which we are now introducing to the market, and I hope very soon you will find Pura Sand also seeing the similar growth like what we are seeing in Ambuja Cool Walls. We are also developing various products in our R&D lab and trying to scale up this segment. So in years to come, solutions and products business of Ambuja will grow at a much faster pace. Thank you.
Thank you. Then there was a question around the MSA. I would ask our CFO, Rajani Kesari, to answer this question, please.
Our chairman has already spoken about the MSA. It's a very, very powerful tool for us, which allows us to significantly exploit the synergies that we have between ACC and Ambuja. During the last year, the MSA volumes have grown 70%, and as we enter this year, they are seeing a doubling up of volumes and also the benefits. It has helped us to optimize the logistics costs and also giving us an exposure into additional markets. So this is a hugely beneficial agreement that we have with our group company ACC. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. There was a question regarding recent rumors in the newspapers, and there was also a question regarding another rumor. So I take all the questions on the rumors. So in this context, there's nothing to add beyond what has been already said by Holcim and is in the public domain. We go to the next question. there was a question on Ambuja Kavach, our water repellent cement. And I would like Neeraj to take this question, please.
Thank you, Martin. So, indeed, Ambuja Kavach for last 2 years has been growing in a phenomenal way. Last quarter, we saw a huge, very strong growth of Ambuja Kavach. Ambuja Kavach is a sustainable water repellent cement, and it is one of its kind product in the country. It can be used in all kind of applications, right from foundation to slabs to plastering to walls. And what it does is to ensure that your structure it withstands the harsh weathers. And more specifically, it ensures that your structure can fight what we call damp walls or damp concretes. It's a superior product, and I think it is now slowly becoming the preferred cement for many of the consumers in many parts of the country, and that explains the growth year on year. We will continue to grow Ambuja Kavach very strongly in Indian market.
Thank you. There was a question regarding water harvesting and water management. Who is taking this? Rajani, please.
Thank you for the question. Access to water has been one of our key priority areas. We work extensively on water through our Ambuja Cement Foundation. Since inception, water resource management is one of the key programs, and we are creating an impact on the environment, on groundwater resources, on agriculture, and all the allied activities. Ambuja Cement, thanks to Ambuja Cement's work, we have been recognized as CDP A list for water security. We have done extensive work for creating infrastructure for water conservation, check dams, roof harvesting structures, etc. As on end of 2021, we had almost 550 tube wells that we have organized in water scarce areas and about 166 million cubic meters of storage capacity. It is very important for the shareholders also to know that Ambuja is 8 times positive, and this has happened with all the work which we have done around the plants for increasing the water table level. And this is also helping our farmers to sometimes turn around from 1 to 3 crops in a year. So it's a program which is very, very close to our heart, and we work on very extensively. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. There was a question on renewable green power. I think Neeraj is probably, or Rajani is probably good if we summarize this topic again on the whole green energy and green power topic. Yeah.
We have a strong strategy for moving towards non-fossil based fuel. Chairman and MD have already highlighted the actions that we take on the waste heat recovery, which will help us to increase our share of green power. The waste heat recovery itself will bring us upwards of 30% of green power. Along with that, we are also working on getting into renewable power sources, which is today we have a solar capacity of about 35 megawatt. There are plans in place across each plants to increase the capacity of renewable, whether it is solar or in some cases it's hybrid power, to increase the load factor and thereby increase our share of green power. So the overall energy, the journey path for 1/3 of our energy sources in the medium term to come by green power is well in place and under execution mode today.
Thank you. There was a question about the potential merger between Ambuja and ACC. I take this question. Presently, there are no plans to merge Ambuja Cements and ACC. Then I would like that probably Neeraj takes the question. There was a question on limestone reserves for the expansion. Probably if you can give a...
So there's a two-pronged strategy that we are following. One, in our existing plants where we have a proposal to expand today or tomorrow. There we are making sure that any limestone auction that comes up, we are the preferred bidder. So we have done this in Maratha. We have done this in some other plants as well. But in addition, now we are looking out for new limestone, which is coming by the government in the auctions in Rajasthan, in Karnataka, in Madhya Pradesh, in East India. And the intent is that we should become limestone limestone secured so that the future expansions do not stop because of limitations of limestone.
Thank you. There was a question regarding bonus shares. There's presently no plan to issue bonus shares. Then there was a question on the number of employees in Ambuja. Rajani, can you take this question?
Yeah, so
in Ambuja, we have about 5,000 employees, and in ACC, we have 6,000. So together, as a group, we have about 11,000 employees on rolls.
Thank you. There was a question of the impact of the Russian-Ukrainian situation on the business here and on the supply chain. So I would request Neeraj to answer this.
So what we are seeing for the past some few quarters is a very rapid rise, unprecedented rise of the fuel prices. The Russian-Ukraine conflict has totally disrupted the supply chain in many parts of the world, and therefore the fuel prices continue to go north month after month and week after week. This is a matter of great concern for us, and this is the biggest impact on our company as well as on the economy on the total. We hope and pray that this conflict will soon be over, and therefore the economy can then be stabilized. Thanks.
Thank you. There was one question on the trade versus non-trade segment, and also on premium cement products.
Trade, Ambuja has always been a strong player in the trade segment, and we will continue to be we'll make all efforts to be a strong player in the trade segment. Currently, we're at 80-20, 80% trade, 20% non-trade. On the premium product, we have now reached to a level of 11.64%, closer to 12%. And here also our strategy is to grow our share in the coming years.
The last question I have on my list is the ESG rating. Probably Rajani, you can take this.
Today, in terms of ESG rating, we are number 5 in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index, the only company to be there, the Indian company to be there in number 5, and the only cement company. So we are very, very proud of our achievement. We are highly focused on ESG, on all legs of ESG. On environment, there's a lot of work which is done on CO2 reduction, on helping the environment through our geocycle brand, on building sustainability. And we work also, we have very high level of governance through our board structure and also our systems in the company. So we are, all this has helped us to reach a ranking of number 5, and we are very proud of that status. Thank you.
Thank you. I once again thank all the members and directors for attending this AGM through video conferencing. I would now like to conclude this meeting. The e-voting window shall be open for another 15 minutes from now, after which the voting window shall stand closed. The result of the voting will be announced on or before 2nd May 2022, and the same will be intimated to the stock exchanges and also uploaded on the website of the company and CDSL. With your consent, I and all other board members would like to leave the meeting and wish all shareholders and their families a very healthy and safe future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Dear shareholders, I conclude this meeting with my sincere thanks for your support and cooperations. I would also like to thank all our esteemed board members for their participation and my colleagues for their hard work to make this event a successful one. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. Thank you very much.